We've all heard the phrase, be the go-to guy, be the expert, and then everybody will come to you. It's interesting if you think, why is it only certain areas we turn to quote the top experts, and then in other areas there's such variety that we turn to? Like if somebody said, I'm the go-to person for music, or I'm the go-to person for cooking, or I'm the go-to person for dancing or art. Wouldn't we look at them a little funny and say, well, there's so many tastes out there. How can one person say that they've got a lock on all of this, so to speak? I mean, where does this even come then from? Be the go-to person in your area, your field, your niche even. Maybe it comes from the idea that if you're the go-to person, well, yeah, you'll get all the business. Seems to me then there's a variety of ways that many people might strive to do this, getting all the business, so to speak, corralling all the business. For instance, you might try to outconfidence others by having zero doubt in the opinion of other people's minds, and first in your own mind, that there are no discrepancies between your claim to be perfect or near perfect in your expertise and the reality. That you've thus worked out all the objections. Or consider another avenue. I'm the go-to person because I have credentials of a certain sort and you do not. Therefore, I'm trained and you are not. Or my knowledge is far better than yours by far, and you're a fraud. Strikes me a third way that some people might try to corral all the business, so to speak, and say they are the go-to guy, is by using what I might call put-downs, condescension. Some might use the word arrogance when competition comes along. Or fourthly, the use of rage or the threat of rage. The threat of, say, throwing a tantrum, so to speak. This may be a fourth way or whatever of corralling all the business and saying that I'm the go-to guy, and thus cutting down on competition. This is rather brief, but my thoughts here on why it strikes me that we ought to think twice if somebody says they're the go-to person. Just like magazines in a supermarket aisle that say there's only one sexy person or 5 sexy persons in the whole country this year, when actually beauty, sexiness, what have you, capacity for empathy is, you might almost say, common as dirt. It's very common. So if we hear someone say that somebody is the go-to person in their field, or the sexiest person alive this year, or this is the only person who knows how to cook, I think we should think a little twice or 3 times. Maybe the best approach to life is what you might call a smorgasbord approach, or a few psychologists touting that they are eclectics. Or let's just say maybe life is best when you make your own cookbook, coming from a variety of people, not just one person, whom we deem to be the top expert, the go-to person. Of course, how easy it is then for us as human beings to sit back and say, well, I don't want to put forth all that effort of being an eclectic, of accumulating all this information, reviewing it, collating it, storing it, what have you. Did I say organizing it? How much easier just to say, well, I just want this one book on the shelf, this one person to tell me what to do, what to think. And if my life doesn't turn out like I'd wish, well, we know exactly who to blame, don't we? We will blame the go-to person instead of our own cookbook, which can take a lot longer. Strikes me then some of the top individuals in any area may not exactly be touting themselves as the top expert, and they will give due credit, I believe, to a number of people who helped them along the way, not just one person that they quote-unquote studied under or downloaded from, intellectually, emotionally, what have you. Some thoughts here.